Welcome to the Tough Love Nephilim series. My name is Eric Rolon. Now, according to Genesis 6, the Nephilim were the offspring of the daughters of men and fallen angels, and today we are talking about one of their tribes, the Ashkelonites. But first, if you haven't already, please smash those like and subscribe buttons and hit that notification bell. Follow me on Rumble, and if you like the work that I do and you feel so inclined, then please consider donating to my locals page. Donors all get exclusive access to PDFs of all of my research documents with endnotes included, and your support is greatly appreciated. You'll find all my links in the description box down below. Also, if you've been following this series for no short amount of time, then you'll notice that I do include some of the same information again and again regarding the relationships of the Canaanites to the Anakim and the Anakim to the Nephilim or the Rephaim. I include it so that those who may only be wanting to learn about one specific tribe have all of the validating information that they need. I always include new information following all that, so feel free to skip to those parts if you like. Alright, let's get into this one, the Ashkelonites. Now, historically, the Ashkelonites were a Philistine tribe that resided in Ashkelon in the western region of Philistia. Ashkelon was located a little northwest of Gath along the coast of the Mediterranean Sea, and was one of the 5 principal Philistine cities comprising their pentapolis. Joshua 13, 2-4. Now, Philistia was the larger territory of the Philistines that later became part of the even larger territory of Judah following the conquest of Canaan. Joshua 15:47. Strong's Concordance reference H831 defines Ashkelon this way. Askelon, or Ashkelon, the fire of infamy, I shall be weighed. A maritime city of the Philistines, southwest of Jerusalem. Strong's Concordance reference H832 defines Ashkelonites this way. Ashkelonites, the fire of infamy, I shall be weighed. An inhabitant of Ashkelon. Smith's Bible Dictionary renders Ashkelon this way. Ashkelon, Apocrypha, Askelon, migration. One of the 5 cities of the Philistines, according to Joshua 13:3 and 1 Samuel 6:17, a seaport on the Mediterranean, 10 miles north of Gaza. Samson went down from Timnath to Ashkelon, Judges 14:19. In the post-biblical times, Ashkelon rose to considerable importance. Near the town were the temple and sacred lake of Derceto, the Syrian Venus. The soil around was remarkable for its fertility. Ashkelon played a memorable part in the struggles of the Crusades. Easton's Bible Dictionary renders Ashkelon this way. Ashkelon, Askelon, or Askelon, was one of the 5 cities of the Philistines. It stood on the shore of the Mediterranean, 12 miles north of Gaza. It is mentioned on an inscription at Karnak in Egypt as having been taken by King Ramses II, the oppressor of the Hebrews. In the time of the Judges, it fell into the possession of the tribe of Judah, but it was soon after retaken by the Philistines, who were not finally dispossessed till the time of Alexander the Great. Samson went down to this place from Timnath, and slew 30 men and took their spoil. The prophets foretold its destruction in Jeremiah 25:20, 47:5, and 47:7. It became a noted place in the Middle Ages, having been the scene of many a bloody battle between the Saracens and the Crusaders. It was besieged and taken by Richard the Lionhearted, and within its walls and towers now standing, he held his court. Among the Tel Amarna tablets, see Egypt, are found letters or official dispatches from Yediah, captain of horse and dust of the king's feet, to the great king of Egypt, dated from Askelon. It is now called Askelon. The first time Ashkelon appears in Scripture is in Judges 1:1-20, as Judah, Simeon, and Caleb are continuing Israel's conquest of Canaan. In verse 18, during the ensuing battles with the Canaanites, Judah takes Gaza, Ashkelon, and Ekron, which were all major territories of the Philistines, according to Joshua 13:2-4. We also learn in Joshua 13:2-4 that not only were the Ashkelonites Philistines, but they were Canaanites as well. Joshua 13:2-4 reads, This is the land that yet remains, all the regions of the Philistines, and all those of the Geshurites, from the Shihor, which is east of Egypt, northward to the boundary of Ekron. It is counted as Canaanite. There are 5 rulers of the Philistines, those of Gaza, Ashdod, Ashkelon, Gath, and Ekron, and those of the Avim in the south. In Numbers 13, when Israel's spies returned from their 40-day reconnaissance mission in the land of Canaan, they gave their report of the land and its fierce inhabitants. They identified the Canaanites along with the Amalekites, Hittites, Jebusites, and Amorites residing in the land as the descendants of Anak. Numbers 13, 28 through 29. It reads as follows. Nevertheless, the people who live in the land are strong, and the cities are fortified and very large. And indeed we saw the descendants of Anak there. Amalek is living in the land of the Negev. The Hittites, the Jebusites, and the Amorites are living in the hill country. And the Canaanites are living by the sea and by the side of the Jordan. After this initial report, Caleb steps up to calm everybody down and encourage them. But 10 of the 12 spies are having none of it. In their continued report in Numbers 13, 30 through 33, the spies go on to describe the sons of Anak not just as people of great height, but as Nephilim. Numbers 13, 30 through 33 reads as follows. Then Caleb quieted the people before Moses and said, We should by all means go up and take possession of it, for we will certainly prevail over it. But the men who had gone up with him said, We are not able to go up against the people, because they are too strong for us. So they brought a bad report of the land which they had spied out to the sons of Israel, saying, The land through which we have gone to spy out is a land that devours its inhabitants. And all the people whom we saw in it are people of great stature. We also saw the Nephilim there. The sons of Anak are part of the Nephilim. And we were like grasshoppers in our own sight. And so we were in their sight. Now in this passage, and in Genesis 6:4, the Septuagint renders Nephilim as giants, and as a progenitor Nephilim tribe, the Anakim were enormous, fierce, and powerful giants, as Numbers 13 and Deuteronomy 9 collectively point out. Deuteronomy 9, 1 through 2 reads, Hear Israel, you are crossing the Jordan today to go in to dispossess nations greater and mightier than you, cities that are great and fortified to heaven, a people who are great and tall. The sons of the Anakim, whom you know and of whom you have heard it said, Who can stand against the sons of Anak? Now Anak was the son of the Nephilim Arba, Joshua 15:13 and 21:11. And according to Joshua 14:15, Arba was the greatest man among the Anakim. Now, though the Anakim were a tribe unto themselves, it is important to note that the term Anakim is used to refer to a combination of 6 other Canaanite tribes and conglomerate tribes in Numbers 13, 28 through 33. The Bible also seems to occasionally use the terms Anakim, sons of Anak, descendants of Anak, and sons of the Anakim, not just as tribal references, but as general terms for the post-Diluvian Nephilim or Rephaim. Numbers 13, 28 through 33, Deuteronomy 1, 26 through 28, and 9, 1 through 2, and Joshua 11, 18 through 23. The Bible records one battle between Israel and the Ashkelonites. That battle is in Judges 1, 17 through 18, which Israel won. The last mention of Ashkelon, and by extension the Ashkelonites in the Bible, is in Zechariah 9, 1 through 8, as God is pronouncing judgment on Israel's enemies. All that said, the Ashkelonites were definitively a Nephilim tribe. Thank you so much for checking out this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you learned a thing or two. Follow me on Rumble, make sure and smash those like and subscribe buttons, and hit that notification bell. Till next time, y'all, be blessed.